all-creating sovereign, mind of perfect purity, gave this sermon in which she declared that the perfection of all things rests in her own being. O great Bodhisattva, listen to these words. I am the all-creating sovereign, and I have arranged all things from the primordial. I made the things apparent. I will show you actuating essence. After I show you my own being, I shall point out its meaning in words and sounds, and you will be able to envisage my actuating essence as taught to you. My own being, when explained, you will understand it as the letter A. By means of speaking these words, you will perceive the meaning. Such she said, and did not say anything more. She abided in the actuating essence of all things. Because of that, Senpa Dorje arose from amidst the attendants and sat with a somber face in front of the all-creating sovereign mind of perfect purity. The all-creating sovereign, O great Bodhisattva, you are sitting here before me in a somber mood. Ask what you wish to know. Then Senpa Dorje asked, O teacher of the teachers, all-creating sovereign, if all things are your own being, what then did you establish as teachers, teaching and retinues? What are the perfect entities? This question he asked. Then the all-creating sovereign mind of perfect purity spoke these words. O great Bodhisattva, listen. Things are made in a perfect manner. This is so because I am the nature of perfection. I shall show you my own being. Because my own being is non-conceptual and uncreated, I have made things as to exist in the realm of reality. They do not rest on anything else but the mind of perfect purity. As my own being is immaculate and all-pervasive, the things do not rest upon anything else but the self-originated awareness itself, in the mansion of awareness, the lucid sky. As I am the central vigor of all things which come into existence, the 5 great elements, the threefold world, the 6 categories of sentient beings, they are nothing else but my form, utterance, and spirit. I have established the things as my own being. I am revealing to you the Buddhas of the 3 times and the sentient beings of the threefold world as my own being. Because my actuating essence is unborn and non-conceptual, it does not exist, but transcends all areas of perception. It even transcends the objects of meditation and does not become apparent in mental absorption. Although my own being is imperceptible, I reveal my actuation to you as the threefold world, consisting of the 5 great elements and the 6 categories of sentient beings. From the 5 elements, which are the apparent form of my own being, the perfect and pure mind, come the 5 self-originated and vigorous awarenesses. The 5 awarenesses bring forth the 5 sensual objects. After the 5 desires have come forth, the 5 passions come forth. The 5 passions bring their individual results, which individually appear as the 6 categories of the sentient beings. I am teaching to you the appearance of the universe to be like that. Even if I taught you the 3 forms of manifestation and the 6 vehicles, you would not understand them. Each of them, the teacher's 3 forms of manifestation and the 6 vehicles, is endowed with my true being in an individual fashion. And each of them is my actuation, in individual fashion as form, utterance, and spirit. The individual action lets you see the whole. In such a way, my own being is also taught. I, as the mind of perfect purity, the actuating essence of all that is pure, let emerge from me the play of the threefold world and the 6 categories of sentient beings, because I am actuating the dimension of the non-conceptual, and I am the existential ground of all Buddhas. Particularly, I teach that if you are not mistaken about the pure, all acts of happiness and misery are my compassion. I, the all-creating, will not teach such lore to those who adhere to the vehicle of cause and result. If I taught them my lore is definitive, they would cast praise and slander on me, the all-pure, as they assert that cause and result do exist because of good and bad acts. For this reason, they will not meet me, the all-pure one, for a long time. I am the teacher, the all-creating one, the mind of perfect purity. The mind of perfect purity is the all-creating sovereign. The mind of perfect purity creates the Buddhas of the three times. The mind of perfect purity creates the sentient beings living in this threefold world. The mind of perfect purity creates what appears and exists as the animated and inanimated world. To bring the concepts of cause, result, simile, objective, and definition into agreement with this teaching, you want to know. At the time of cause, the five great elements are created. At the time of result, the sentient beings in this threefold world are created. At the time of simile, the sky as a simile of everything is created. At the time of the meaning, the unborn is made by me as the meaning of everything. At the time of sign, the all-creating mind of perfect purity is revealed. At the time of definition, self-originated awareness is taught. This is how cause, result, simile, meaning, and definition are brought into agreement with this teaching. By means of the mind of perfect purity, all is made. Not one thing is not made by it. The all-creating zone being, the mind of perfect purity, has made all, and not one is that is not made by it. There is no reason for itself to be created. My own being, the all-creating ones, is beyond cognition, but I am perceived with certainty in the things I have created. By means of a longing desire, the appearance of these things is achieved, but they will perish because of their impermanent and illusory nature, a nature which is impartial and like a man born blind. Although the all-creating sovereign is impartial in her creating, the senses get obstructed when they experience suffering, when the six sensory objects are perceived by the six sense faculties. For this reason, the all-creating sovereign is impartial in her creation. Thus, no result does exist which could annihilate cessation and origination. Certainly, the two truths arise from this one. The ultimate and the conventional arise as two, existent and non-existent, despite the fact that reality is created by me, the all-creating one. Therefore, the two truths do not lead to the overcoming of cause and result. Within the concept of two truths, no result is achieved which leads to the overcoming of cause and result. By engaging in a contemplation which attempts to purify and search what does not exist, and in a meditation of wonderful steps, which will never arise, you will not achieve a result which is free of pursuing and rejecting. Who contemplates the three aspects of a single purpose meditation, who performs a step-by-step meditation in accord with the four practices of religious services and evoking the gods, will not achieve a result which overcomes striving and achieving. That which is totally free of activity, and which acts because it is spontaneously self-perfected. Because I teach the unborn, signless, selfless, you should understand the inexplicable as being free of praise and dispraise. A simile for all things, being the mind of perfect purity, is that all things created are in their own being like the sky. This is the main point of the mind of perfect purity. Sky, wind, water, earth, and fire. These five elements come miraculously forth from the mind of perfect purity as Buddhas. The threefold world, the five paths, and the six categories of sentient beings. The apparent yet immutable Akshobhya Buddha, whose deeds are well ripened, is from the primordial, the perfect purity of the threefold world as expressed in form, utterance, and spirit. Therefore, whatever appears as animated and inanimated has consequently no place to exist, except in the mind of perfect purity, like the center of the sky, which exists only in itself. Because of the vast scope of the mind of perfect purity is the actual object, all that appears and exists as animated and inanimated, Buddhas and sentient beings, is free of praise and dispraise, is non-dual insofar as all is the entirely pure reality. Who does not see the mind of the vigor of non-being will not achieve the goal for many eons. The root of all things is alone the mind of perfect purity, the vigor of perfect purity from which all and everything comes forth, Buddhas, sentient beings. All that appears and exists as animated and inanimated cannot be expressed through counting what is not even one. Also the Buddha's form and utterance, and the sentient being's body and speech are the mind of perfect purity, and therefore they are free of such concepts as subject and object. Who accomplishes freedom from such concepts as subject and object will master the root of all things, and will be known as all accomplished. With joy, one will recognize an understanding of what constitutes thinking, the uniqueness of the mind of perfect purity. I teach what is beyond reckoning and duality. How is it that the own nature of reality is this soul mind, and that the three aspects of this own nature make the mind manifest? The three aspects of this own nature are the three best arrangements, and this is the reality of perfection. This one nature, although non-dual, is connected with everything. If it is put in relationship with balance, it unfolds into four aspects. The four yogas as the objects of my teaching. I teach the one mind permeating the five great elements. Because the mind's own being is endowed with five faculties, they are called the five great elements. If judgments regarding the existence or non-existence of the one that is definitive would arise, then these many errors, obscurations, doubts, and judgmental thoughts are removed by the all-creating one who transcends striving, achieving, and judgmental thought. To purge these judgments regarding existence and non-existence and the resulting doubts, I establish this unerring and definitive lore, because those other people cannot understand the perfect purity through suchness. In order to show you that this lore clearly deserves your faith, I teach the ultimate which is free of striving, achieving, and deeds by means of the 10 instructions, which deserve your faith and which let you avoid deviations. So trust them. The proclamation of the 9 words of truth, which are non-existent, as to the one bigger, 9 visible objects emerge. If they are individually recognized, one speaks of the 9 words of truth. Because in me, the all-creating one, all is consummate, you should foster your understanding of the meaning of the perfect and pure mind. The root of all things is the all-creating one, the mind of perfect purity. Whatever appears is my actuation. Whatever comes into existence is my wonder. Whatever sounds and words arise, all arise as sounds and words of my intrinsic meaning. The Buddha's form, wisdom, and qualities, and the sentient being's body, karmic inheritance, and the rest. What appears and exists as animated and inanimated, this all together is from the primordial, the actuation of the mind of perfect purity. With the exception of the mind, from me all things have come forth. The previous Buddhas did not teach these sacred instructions now given by me, the all-creating sovereign, and the presently residing and the future Buddhas will not teach these sacred instructions of the perfect purity, the all-creating sovereign. Such he spoke. This is the 6th chapter of the all-creating sovereign, mind of perfect purity, in which the sole root of the universe is discussed.